All right. Today is a big day. We're having Oz versus Kaizo here we are. And these are our two rank 1 and 2 players respectively. Kaizo being rank 1, Oz being rank 2. Whoever wins here, I don't know if it's guaranteed for a bye, but it's very likely that they get a bye. So it's going to be exciting to see who wins. Both of these are on a generational tear through the draft league so far, so well, let's see who wins. It should be very entertaining. I am looking forward to seeing what exactly they brought. Oh my. Okay. So the Pede is here, and the Glalie is also here from Oz. Wow. Okay, so we have typical rain stuff with Green Sable Arch, as well as Scolipede and Sinistra. So this should be interesting, as well as the weird team that Oz is bringing. I don't know exactly what to call this, but well, let's see what they do. Who the leads are? We have Ensign Glalie to start from Oz, and Swampert Pelipper from Kaizo. So just your standard Swift Swim, very easy standard setup here for Kaizo. But getting a crucial Intimidate off might help preserve some of the Pokemon here. So we'll see how this happens. And then, what do they have in the back? I could see an easy Fake Out coming into the Swampert here, but to prevent just a bit of damage. But a Protect could also come out, and a Weather Ball into the Incen could also do that. I don't know if the Glalie is going to have... I doubt Oz makes this thing explode. That seems a bit too laddery. So we'll see. It is close team sheets after all, but we'll see what happens here. Trainers are taking their time on this turn 1. Oh no, I hope spectator mode hasn't bugged out. Okay, cool. No, it hasn't. Sometimes it feels like it takes a long time. You never really can tell. Hey! Omega Evolve. No swaps. Crucially, no swaps to this turn. Fake Out into the Swampert. Okay. That prevents that, so no protects either. Tailwind sets up Tailwind. Okay, let's see what happens here. A very passive turn. Freeze Dry into the... Oh, big! Okay, so that takes out... Oh, that's... Okay. That does take out the Pelipper, but it does leave the Swampert still alive for one more turn. A Moody Boost. What is going to drop? Okay, attack. Freeze Dry special attack. That doesn't seem like that was big of a deal. The death also doesn't seem like that big of a deal. And we have the bridge here. So rain setup. Could go for these electro shots to go ahead and start setting up. Swampert is going to be giga fast here, though. Swampert is currently Swift Swim in Tailwind. So we have, unless either of these mons have Trick Room, I don't see a world where really either of them are going to live this next turn except for some protects. So we might have some pivots here. Unfortunately, I don't see a safe pivot really for either player except for potentially if Chestnut's in the back. Chestnut could be a pretty neat switch in here. Okay, so protect on the Glalie. Keeping that alive. Wants to keep that alive. Ooh, the Wave Crash does target into the Glalie. Very big chance that the Incineroar is going to get out of this alive and potentially have a parting shot into either one of these Mons. Who's this Electro Shot going into? I'm gonna... Oh, they doubled into the... Wow! Okay. Party Shot into that. Brings it back down to neutral. Okay. So, we're at neutral for the Archelodon, and we have -1 attack on the Swampert still. And the Glalie is sticking around, burning... That's 2 turns of Tailwind. And Chestnut is here. Speed, I don't know Glalie's speed tiering. I think it's like an 80. I don't know if that will matter at all. Maybe you're faster? No, you're not faster than the Archelodon, unless it's literally no speed Archelodon. But I wonder if a -2 Brave Crash can KO the Swampert. But Swampert is threatened here. Swampert is threatened here by both Mons. And also, Archelodon is also threatened by the Chestnut. So we'll see if we... I do think that right now Oz, weirdly enough, has the advantage. Okay, there's a Protect, no swaps. See what happens here. Electro shot, okay. So the Glalie is still slower. Okay. I wonder if we're going to see an Iron Defense body press set on this Chestnut? It could be. Back to +1. That just tickles it. Freeze dry. Okay. Good protect by Kaizo here. Swords dance. Oh, is this a okay. Okay, swords dancing is neat. I wasn't expecting the swords dance set. So it isn't a body press set, it is more than likely a drain punch, but it could be close combat. Oh, a special defense drop though. Might not be great now that special defense drop plus the special attack buff onto the Archelodon. This Glalie might not be long for the world anymore. It just depends on where this targeting goes. We have 2 turns left of Rain, and I believe 1 turn left of Tailwind. And there's no way to reset that Rain up unless the Sableye is in the back. And the Sableye could have... oh, we got a Swampert switch, okay, into the Sinistra, so Sableye is not here. Okay, I like the Sinistra here, because it could be a close combat or a Drain Punch into that. Okay, double protect on this, just burning that last turn of Tailwind, it looks like. I think that's a good play. The problem here is now you threaten with Rage Powder, and I highly doubt that Freeze Dry Glalie can take out a... Freeze Dry Glalie can take out the Sinistra in a single go. Speed rises again, so that thing is now the fastest thing on the field, for sure. Interesting, interesting. Okay. So we're gonna have a very interesting game state. I still would favor Oz here, even with the pressure of Rage Powder. You can at least... I don't know if you're doing too much damage into a resist from Chestnut. The Glalie is gonna get to go. Like, no matter what, the Glalie is gonna get to go this turn. It is +2 speed. There's no Tailwind. We have a good +2 Chestnut. It might just Wood Hammer, honestly, if you want to avoid any sort of Rage Powder stuff. Okay, so there's Rage Powder. Let's see what this Glalie does. Stop? Stop? Okay. Keeping the Glalie alive for an extra turn with Substitute. It has... What a moveset so far. And yeah, that ignores... Oh, I forgot it's a Grass type. I can't believe I forgot about that. Wow. I'm silly. You know, it's because you don't really see very many Grass types in the format aside from, well, Venusaur and Sinistra. So I swear that one fundamental that Grass types ignore Rage Powder is just getting lost on me, and I don't see a world where Kaizo can bring this back. Yeah, throwing in the towel, very well played by us. That's some tech, but showing that early is big. Showing that early is big. So now Kaizo knows what is going into game 2 with some of these silly mons. Not a lot of knowledge to be hidden. So let's see what our adjustments are for round 2. I don't think the rain mode is terrible. But I do think there needs to be some adjustments with targeting. Targeting was a little rough. I actually don't know if Archelodon's really all that great into this. I think Archelodon might be holding the team back. You might actually bring Scolipede. Scolipede does damage into the Chestnut. But it does get kind of dunked on by these Incineroar and the Skeledirge. It does resist half of the Hawlucha. It just won't resist the flying portion of it. Sinistra also doesn't seem too great here. I think you might leave Sinistra behind, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got round 2, or game 2 of our match between top seeds. Here we go. Let's see what we got from Oz. We got Instant Glaze with the same lead. And on the other half, we have Archelodon and Pelipper. So we're going for the Archelodon mode right away. Okay. Not a terrible plan here. There's not really too much threatening you, unless this Glalie has something even scarier. Your neutral, sheer colding. You are... Yeah, we can see it. Substitute, protect, sheer cold. Yeah, okay. Okay, Pelipper's pivoting immediately into Scolipede. It is the Scolipede here. Okay, alright, it's here. They got into the arch slot. We'll give that a crucial +1 defense boost if there is more defenses, the guys in the back. And what is our Glalie doing? Setting up Redry. Okay. That does good damage into the Scolipede. Crucially, because it was a swap in, we won't see the speed boost activate. And wow, Oz has gotten three speed boosts on this moody Glalie. The odds are really in Oz's favor right now. Right away with that. That is unfortunate to say the least for Kaizo's end, but it's not over. It's just, I mean, if you've ever played against a Smeargle, you know that you gotta just get prepared for that stuff to happen sometimes. So we'll see. That was a bit of damage into the Scolipede, though. So Scolipede is feeling a bit threatened right now. And I do believe base Scolipede is slower than Pelipper, or Glalie, so it might be a little tough. Okay, so getting some heals back here. Not a bad. We're gonna probably see the Mega Evolution here. Oh, no Mega. No Megas. Okay. Flare Blitz or Parting Shot here, more than likely. A Sword Stance, okay. Holding off on the Mega, getting a Sword Stance. Setting up for later, looks like. And Parting Shot into the Sinistra, perfect. That's what you want to see. That is what you want to see on Kaizo's end. So let's see what comes in. You're getting some information here. Could be any of the remaining 3 mons in the back, and it's Raichu. We did see Big Rai. A Spadef boost and a Spatak drop on that Moody, so pretty neutral overall. And we got a speed boost starting here. Yeah, here's a decently good fourth state. I mean, I do believe the Glalie is still faster, but you do get some use out of actually having Rage Powder here. I doubt now that the attack dropped on the Glalie that you can take out the usually pretty bulky. Oh, a protect here. We're fit. We're getting set up with the speed. Good. All right. Good. Burns fake out here. No Rage Powder. We're getting a substitute, so it looks like we're Matcha Gotcha or Trick Room getting set up. There's no way Trick Room's getting set up. That would be antithetical to the speed boost. Okay, so it's double Matcha. Okay. That does a decent amount of damage into the Rai, and obviously chips away at the substitute for the Glalie. But crucially, let's see what speed. Okay, we get guaranteed speed boost, but what happens here with the Moody? Special defense drop, or buff and an attack drop. Okay, not terrible. And now I do believe the Scolipede is going to be outspeeding the. It's going to be outspeeding the Glalie. So now we get to see whatever tech that I have not actually watched any of Kaizo's games, so I don't know what this thing usually has. I know Protect and Sword Stance so far, and it's looking pretty good. Big Pete is here. And I think this is a Mega Raichu from Oz. I wouldn't be surprised. We haven't seen any Megas this entire game. We are aware this is the Mega format, everyone, right? Oh, that could... Okay, we're withdrawing it. Keeping that in for Archelon for later, actually. That makes sense. I can't remember if Oz actually has a Mega Raichu or not. Okay, so back to +1. Rage Powder to get away from any damage onto the Scolipede. So let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness! Sword Stancing in the face of this Glalie once again. Not scared at all. Not scared at all with this special attack drop from it. Oh my goodness. What a good call. And then the Sinistra is looking pretty good. We're at +3 speed on the +3 speed on the Scolipede and a speed drop on the Glalie. It's gotten 2 special defense buffs, but not very much in terms of the speed department now. And it is losing stats. It is losing stats rapidly that it probably doesn't want to be losing right now. So it looks like those speed buffs are kind of starting to come back to haunt Oz here, but let's see what happens. Here's the big Mega, so it is big Mega. Here we go. I want to see what this +5, I believe. Oh my god, Incineroar hangs on a neutral +5. Oz, what are you feeding this thing? Or is it +3? It might be +3. It's +3. Sorry. Not +5. If the Life Dew comes down into the Sinistra, does this keep it alive from the Flare Blitz here? Yeah, or Parting Shot. It could be Parting Shot to rotate out into a Fake Out support. Oh, it's Dark. Okay, Dark move into it with a Berry. Good Berry. And it holds on because of the Life Dew plus the Berry. It would have been on about 2-3% if left around. Glalie almost back to full HP, but I feel like, oh, a defense buff is nice, but an attack drop is also not really a big deal. Defense buff is nice in the face of this Scolipede, who is quite fast now. But the Glalie is just able to sit around here and really just not feel threatened at all. But that left slot, the Incineroar slot, very threatened right now. Very, very threatened. I feel like whatever swaps into that will not like what's coming towards it. Leech Life is also going to keep this Scolipede just going. It's looking good. It is looking pretty darn good. So we'll see what the big Pede can do. But I know Oz puts a lot of faith in the Glalie, so we'll see what happens here. A swap, Sinistra swapping out, which means their Sinistra is also faster than the Incineroar, which is important. No Protect, so more than likely a Parting Shot or another a Lariat. If it's a Lariat into the okay, Freeze Dry it into the bridge. Gonna give it a +1. Is it a Lariat or Flare Blitz? Parting Shot into the Orkelodon does Scolipede will allow probably the Raichu to swap in here to put on more Fake Out pressure. Yep, so Raichu comes back in. You have Fake Out pressure. You don't really care about the Lightning Rod right now because of the fact that there's like probably no way Kaizo swaps out into swaps out the Scolipede for it. So this could be time to Mega. This could be time to Mega into that Mega if it is a Mega. We'll see what happens here. Lots of time to think during that turn with all the leftover recovery going on. But you do have Fake Out pressure here once again on the board, which will allow that Glalie to set up Substitute once again. But you could also just Dragon Pulse it down if you wanted to get rid of just some flat HP. So we'll see what happens here. As you notice, I'm saying, so let's see what happens here. But we kind of do have to see what happens. But this is a pretty good board state. Funnily enough, no KOs have been taken, and it's been 6 turns. So we're seeing some pretty defensive gameplay so far, which makes sense. We're kind of feeling each other out for this so far. But it's been a pretty entertaining game thus far. Raichu-X, here we go. We're going to have that terrain set up for it. And then Surge comes out. We got a Fake Out coming in. Okay, yep, Fake Out into the Pede. That's about 11% damage. Not bad for a Fake Out. Substitute, yep, okay, so that's kind of the play I was thinking that would happen. So what is this Orkelodon going to be doing? Dragon Pulse into the Raichu slot, it looks like. Doing a good chunk of damage. You are definitely scared of the... you are definitely now very scared of Scolipede now. There's no shot that you are not living, or you are living the next hit. And defense drop onto the Glalie, putting it back to neutral, I believe. See, we have here a +3 speed boost, +2 attack onto the Scolipede, and then we're at max Spadef on the Glalie, minus attack, +1 speed, +1 special attack. So interesting moody buff so far. That there's only one attack or stat that's actually dropped, and it's attack, which is kind of what you don't care about on Glalie so far, because this is a special attack Glalie. From the looks of things, I could see Incineroar coming back in here to set that Glalie back to, or that Orkelodon, Scolipede back to 1, but it doesn't look like there's any swaps here. Leech Life into the Raichu. Raichu's going to go down. What is this Glalie going to be doing here? So the first Mon taken. We got a freeze dry into the Pelipper slot. Pelipper's going to go down. Oh, good read. It was pretty smart read, but I mean, that you don't lose. You get your rain back. You have gained control of the weather once again. And I guess the thought is that you really need Pelipper anymore. You get your rain. You get your swap in back to Archelodon. There is no Lightning Rod left. Archelodon's pretty much free to just go for Electro Shots. However, on the other hand, this Glalie is +6 special defense, but it does have a partner in the form of Scolopede at +2. But Incineroar's going to come back in and set this thing back to +1. Still a lot of damage that's going to come out from the Scolopede. But now you have to deal with, on the other hand, Archelodon can just set up its special attack, and we'll probably just start nuking the rest of the team. Because once that substitute comes down, we haven't even seen Oz's 4th Pokemon. I assume it's not coming out for a reason. So we'll have to see what happens here. You do have Fake Out Pressure back onto the board into the Scolopede, but you probably don't want to be using that into the bridge here. Because if you use it into the bridge, you're giving it a stamina buff. You're gonna go ahead and start doing that. Yep, okay. So it is going into the bug. What will you see here? Freeze Dry into probably the Archelodon. Okay. Whoa, was that a crit? That did a lot of damage. I feel like that did more than last time. No, it wasn't. Wow, okay. I do believe you're focused here on trying to take out the substitute. And this is going down into the Incineroar slot. Incineroar goes down. Fake Out is off the board now. Unless Chestnut has Fake Out? I don't believe it does, though. But, Scolopede's looking good still. Special attack buff. Big special attack buff. That's the really big booty boost. That actually might swing the game, because you could get some pretty big damage, actually, onto the Scolopede now. And we do have Chestnut at the end. I think Chestnut won't do too much. This is going to be the Glalie show now. This is going to be the Glalie show. But Chestnut does at least give some pressure into the Archelodon, even if it's like grossly outsped by it. It just doesn't like what the poison moves can be used by the Scolopede if it has any poison moves. It probably doesn't like Leech Life either. But I feel like at this point you're probably trying to get rid of this substitute so that the Glalie doesn't run away with the game. And yeah, so I do believe that we're just kind of going to try and... Okay, we're preserving any sort of damage that could be going into the... Okay, Spiky Shield goes out. Very defensive. I mean, it makes sense. I think that makes sense, just to see if you can get some chips. Protect's going all the way around. Let's see what the Glalie is doing. Yep, Freeze Dry. Alright, Protects have been burned across the board, except for on the Glalie, so we have a little situation where the Glalie gets to get some more leftovers recovery, and try for another Moody Boost. Physical defense and attack. You'd like to see it on Oz's end. You're starting to like those Moody boosts once again. Archelodon is slower than the Glalie. We have seen that speed interaction so far because it still is +1 speed. Poison Jab into the... Oh, it's sashed! That's sashed! Oh, that's big! We're gonna see some damage. Is there a poison? Is there a poison? Oh, there's a poison! Oh no! Oh no, there's a poison. Freeze Dry into the... Yep, we're getting damage into the... Oh! What's that? Oh my goodness! That was so much damage! Those special attack buffs were really, really coming in handy! There's no way! Oh, wow! Those Moody buffs just won Oz the game. I had a feeling Oz was gonna really put all of their cards into the freaking Glalie, but I didn't know it'd go this well. Oh, what a game! There's no way this can really be won anymore. The Teacup just can't do it. And to top it all off, the speed boost. GG's, players. I really thought that it was anyone's game. I didn't really think that it would come down to getting all the Moody boosts right, but that substitute just, it couldn't get past the substitute. And, you know, it's just little tech like that that really went through the game. This is a 2-0 from Oz, putting Kaizo at their first loss of the game. But well played from both players. Wow, just really good tech from Oz. You like to see it. I think both players played really well, and either way, both of these players are making it into the playoffs. So why does it really matter at the end of the day? Well, the player that won this game very likely gets a bye. I do play Kaizo next week, and that should be a really good fun game. It's good to see some good Pokemon. So GG's to both players. I hope you enjoyed your games, and we'll finish out the season strong. Yeah, y'all have a good night or day wherever you are, and we'll see you next time.